Hi, my name is Rosetta, and this is my review of The Bug Butcher for Xbox One. This review is in partnership with BigBossBattle.com, who've kindly given me the code from developer Awfully Nice Studios. So, what is The Bug Butcher? Well, The Bug Butcher is a cartoon-styled, side-scrolling wave shooter that offers a couple of gameplay modes for you to play. Now, there is a main story campaign called Arcade Mode and a single-player stroke co-op based mode called Panic. So, is the game worth playing, or does it basically butcher your expectations? The premise of this game is quite easy. You are a bug butcher called in to exterminate all the alien bugs in some sort of kind of science facility. Luckily for you, the guy on the right is one careless scientist that's still around to make quips as you bravely fight your way through an itinerary of different enemies. And this leads me on to the gameplay. Think of this game as an upgraded version of Space Invaders, except with bugs. Now, you've got buttons that let you move from left to right, one that lets you slide around quickly so you can dodge quickly in terms of when the bugs are bouncing around, and the other one basically firing upwards. Now, you're always going to be firing upwards in this game, no matter what you do, and the bugs literally just bounce around the screen and you have to shoot them and destroy them. Timing here is paramount. You also get special moves. These charge up, and as you shoot things, you can utilise them to time the turn of the battle. Every new level adds new enemies to kill, and they're all wonderfully groupy and gross at the best possible way. Enemies come from all different directions, and this is going to be the biggest challenge for the player to overcome. From enemies that crawl along the ceiling to enemies that crawl around the walls, enemies that come from the sides. Also, different enemies move differently. Some stick to the walls and ceilings, while others bounce around the level. Some actually try and jump on you and attack you. Also, there is a countdown to consider, which is a pain in the backside because you're mostly spending time trying to make sure you're aimed correctly upwards. So you have to complete this level within the time limit, or you basically start from the beginning of the level again, and not the wave you died on. Death on me didn't really actually have too much of an impact on this, though they are quite challenging levels. I as you saw, played this on easy and hard, and I must admit, the moment you hit hard, it does ramp it up considerably, and this may be a problem for new players. Besides the enemies, there's also the different levels, and some levels have various obstacles that stop you from completing the job. Some are quite lethal to you, like on this particular level, there's a huge hammer which slams down into the ground, blocking your path, and if you get caught under it, instant death. The levels themselves are built up in different stages. They're basically built up in waves of 5, so you only get 6 different levels, and you have to do 5 waves on each level. This I found was a little bit stale, and to be honest with you, I would have preferred a bit more variety in terms of level design. The level design is brilliant, but after about the 3rd or 4th wave, I started to get a little bit bored with it, and this I would have preferred for it to be a bit more in terms of variety and different aspects. At the end of every level, you earn stars based on the coins you picked up from the dead enemies and your different combos. Now, for me, this wasn't really interesting. However, on Panic Mode, this is where it comes into its own, because on Panic Mode, coins gives you options to buy new weapons. This is kind of a slight RPG style. In the campaign, it just actually drops and they're kind of random. In Panic Mode, you won't get these drops until you actually buy the weapons themselves, and you can upgrade these weapons in terms of damage. This gives it a little bit more of a replayability effect on it, and also that combined with co-op means that you'll probably end up having a little bit more fun per se than you would with the single player campaign. And this leads me on to the graphics of the game. The graphics on this game really shine. This reminds me, for those who may remember, of a title called Earthworm Jim. They're cartoonish, crisp, they pop out of visually out of the screen. They're colourful. Every animation is done superbly here. I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed looking at this game. It is so visually pleasing that you just enjoy. You can't stop smiling at the items and the bugs and the explosions all around you as you're playing the game. At no point did I see any frame rate issues, even when I was playing on co-op and there was a multitude of different enemies on board and explosions going off. Everything ran smoothly and crisply as I expect it would in today's indie games. This was brilliant, and I'll tell you what, it was a joy to behold in terms of eye candy. So what about the sound for the game? Well, what I class this game is that it has kind of an electronic beat to it, which really suits the game. I really enjoyed the little burps, the farts from the bugs, and everything they do, little different individual sounds for individual enemies, really made me smile. The explosions from the gun, the different weapons, all are crisp here and have been done expertly. The sound here is generally fantastic to listen to, and one that works really well with the game. And this leads me on to the rating of the Bug Butcher. Now, I rate games in order of avoid, rent, great purchase, must own. My rating for the Bug Butcher for the Xbox One is great purchase for the following reasons. The actual price of this game is currently at the moment on Xbox Live as $10 or £8 UK. It has a fantastic variety in terms of bugs and multitudes. The style of this game is brilliant. There are some slight problems in terms that it's a little short, but this is overcome by the panic mode, which really ramps things up and gives you that RPG edge. The only other aspect I didn't quite like about this game was that there is no online co-op. There is offline co-op, which kind of does give it a little bit more longevity. Generally, this is a great game to play around with, just to tide you over for the bigger games. Overall, this is a great purchase, and one that I'm looking forward to seeing what they come up with next. Hopefully you enjoyed this review. If you did, please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, I'll speak with you again soon.